Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Virgo, for your meditative session, you guys got Cardinal. The polarities of your spiritual pursuits and your physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. I feel like there's two messages here. I feel like there is something about love here, right? And I feel like a lot of you guys have gone on the spiritual journey. You know, you guys are watching tarot. You guys are more in tune with yourself, your intuition. You know what I'm saying? You're working on shit. And I think that a lot of people are not going to get that, right? And I feel like that's where this polarity comes from, right? It's living your regular 3D life the way you did kind of before this, and then living it afterwards. It's really hard to kind of find that balance, right? And I feel like that's what's going on here. And I feel like it has a lot to do with love, because I feel like at least for me, this journey has helped me with love, right? Love for myself, and kind of expecting more from people, and also expecting more from myself. And that kind of puts me at odds with 3D, right? Because I feel yeah, it leads me to being more judgmental. Not more judgmental, but I can judge easy, more fast, right? I'm faster at judging people. I'm they don't, if they don't even know what I'm talking about half the time, I'm okay, I'm judging this person right there. And I feel like that leads to some sort of disconnect for me in the 3D. So I really get this reading. I get what they're trying to say. It's there doesn't need to be a disconnect, right? Some people might not understand what the hell you're talking about, but that doesn't mean that they're not worth your time, basically, or they're not on your level. Do you know what I'm saying? There's I feel I'm getting a little snotty with it, whereas I feel some of you guys might be doing other things that are not healthy, not healthy, just the same way I am. So I feel that's kind of what the message is. It's they really want you to balance out. It's all good that you found tarot. Maybe some of you guys watch too much tarot, right? And you're not living in the 3D, and you're just looking at tarot, right? That's one other way I could see it. There's something here about the 3D and what you're doing, and they're not adding up, they're not balanced, right? And for everyone, it's going to be in a different way, but I think that it's going to manifest differently for everybody on the 3D, and how this is disconnection is this disconnect is happening. But I feel the message is the same, right? And I feel at the end of the day, we all just want more love, right? We all just want to be loved, have more love, be more be happier, basically, right? It's not, we all basically want similar things. And I feel they're trying to say for the third group, I feel here is the group that I don't know if the word's being pious, but being very I don't know, not going out and drinking anymore, not not smoking anymore, not hanging out with friends as much. They want you to kind of go back and enjoy those things. Again, there's three groups of you guys, but yeah, there's definitely a need for balance. So yeah, Virgo, that's what I'm getting for the session. Let's pull some more cards. So Virgo, I feel you guys are, it's kind of you guys have gone through so much in this lifetime, right? So many cycles of learning that I feel for you, it leaves you kind of without choices. It's the opposite. It's you would think that it would leave you with more, but I feel it's leaving you more limited, because I feel you're, again, it's you know when you know a lot and you know too much, so the decisions become a lot easier, right? It's oh, I know that's a bad route for me, I'm not going to go that way, right? And it's oh, I know that that's going to lead there, so I'm not going to go that way. And again, you have a lot of wisdom, right? You've obtained so much like knowledge, right? So much wisdom, like so much experience basically, that you are very, you know, you're very restricted when it comes to your time. Like you're not going to give just anyone your time. And I feel like that's a good thing in a sense, because like you've learned a lot of lessons and you're not going to do anything like stupid. But at the same time, I feel like it leaves you a little bit limited, because again, it's like, if you know, right, your intuition's on point, right? So if you know like this, something's not really a good idea, you're not going to go that way, right? And I feel like that, again, it's like a really good thing in a sense, because it's like there's a lot of dumb things that I feel like in the past maybe you would have been like, okay, let me go do it, because you were a little bit naive. And I feel like you're taking that opportunity to say like, I'm not naive anymore. I know all the bullshit, right? Like I know everything. And it's like they're trying to tell you that they're really glad that you've come this far, that you have you understand a lot of shit now. Like you're not naive anymore, right? Like you have kind of grown up in a sense, and they're really proud of you for this. But at the same time, I feel like they are letting you know that, how do I explain this? It's like, yes, you are very intuitive. You have like embraced this spiritual side of you. You have like become someone who, again, has obtained a lot of experience in this life, and it leaves you again being more healthy for yourself, right? But at the same time, they're telling you that there's like this can easily be a problem, right? Where it's like, you know, like too much, right? Like, you know, too much. And I feel like, again, it limits you and your experiences. And that's what I'm getting here. It's like with the knowledge in reverse, it's like, how do I explain it? For some of you, I think it's like you think you know too much, and you don't know, and you really don't, you're not giving people like a lot of chances, right? It's like you're like looking at people and you're judging them right away, and then you're like, this isn't good for me, and you kind of like run away from the situation. And that's what I'm saying. It's like this knowledge, this wisdom has limited you in a lot of ways, only because, yes, it is like made it more healthy for you in relationships. You're not like, you know, doing dumb shit, but at the same time, like you're not experiencing life the way that they want you to, right? And that's what I'm getting with this Ace of Wands. It's like they really want you to, they never intended for you to like become very spiritual and then leave the physical, right? So there's like a balance between the physical and the 3D. And I feel like if you're single right now, I feel like that has a lot to do with this, because it's like, again, you might be single because you're waiting for the right person, but you also might be single because you're watching like too many reads and you're like waiting on somebody, or you're not, like, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of waiting and a lot of like, well, I know best. And they're not telling you that you're wrong with your intuition. They're not saying that. But I think there's like this part of the 3D that you're not experiencing, because like you're either waiting for someone to come back, you're waiting for some sort of reconciliation, or you're just like judging people and you're like, they're not on my level, and like you don't even give them a chance. And I think that's the main problem here, right? It's like there's people that deserve time. And yes, maybe everyone's not on the same like spiritual journey that you're on, but that doesn't mean that you guys are not compatible, right? Yeah, like we all want to have someone that we can talk to the shit about, but like you can have someone that opposes your view but still wants to talk to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of experiences that I feel like you're still going to have in this 3D physical reality, and it can't all be just like the spiritual aspect of you, right? And I feel like that's what's going on here. It's like they want you to give more time to just enjoying your life. And I feel like it's been really hard for you to do that, because again, you see everything like before it even happens. So you're like, why would I waste my time? But again, they want you to kind of be like this Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, this isn't somebody who thinks about anything really. I don't feel like there's no thinking here. It's just going and doing. And like, again, the Wands energy is so important. The passion for like going out and like, again, I feel like you just don't want to mess up again, right? Like you're like, I don't want to do like dumb shit anymore. And I feel like that's a really mature like way, right, to view life. Like you're like, you know what, like, you know, I just don't want to do those things anymore. I've done them all. And I'm like, again, I feel like someone who's just very like, you might not be that old, but you may be very experienced. Again, someone who's been through a lot of experiences. And it's really funny about like this Wands energy, because I feel like, again, it could be a lot of times when you like don't give somebody a chance, or you're like blocking out relationships because you think that like they're not going to work out, like you know best. And there are some that you do know best, and it's like you're right to block them out. But there's some that I feel like it's like you're torn between the two worlds, right? I feel like we have the 3D on the outside, and then in the inside we have like the spiritual realm. And I feel like it's okay to have both, but you have to, I feel like you have to do this again, right? This like Wands energy, this Page of Wands energy. Like they never wanted you to have that feeling of like, I'm going to stay like in hermit mode forever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not about that. It's about like this balance between like the hermit and this Page of Wands basically, right? And this Ace of Wands. And I feel like once you're able to put this both into balance, the blockage is removed, right? And I feel like it's interesting because it's like you're gonna feel very unstable, I feel like, with this Wands energy, because it's like something new that you're going out to again, right? Like you're not, you know, it's like you've been in hermit mode for such a long time. The 3D is like not a friend right now to you. You know what I mean? You're kind of like a little bit like, oh, I haven't gone out in a long time. Like I haven't hung out with my friends in a long time. Like I haven't done, you know, I haven't gone out with a guy in a long time. Like I haven't given a lot of people chances. But I'm telling you now that even though it's like gonna bring you a little bit of like anxiety, you're gonna see a lot more than you're seeing now. Like there's a part that's like really important about the 3D. And I feel like they want you to know that like you can still be the High Priestess and have fun basically. Right? You can still have this like physicality with the 3D and this like enjoyment of your life. And even though like they just don't want that to be, they don't want to take that away from you. See what I'm saying? It's like you know a lot, and you don't want to like extend yourself to people that aren't worth your time. And I get that, but there are people that I feel like you need to give chances to, and there's some fun that you're meant to be having right now, and they're telling you like once you incorporate going back into the 3D, like having fun basically and enjoying your life, that there's going to be a lot more options open for you. And again, you might feel anxious, you might feel unstable, you might feel like I don't really it's like your head is telling you no, like this isn't right, go back into like hermit mode, like you're safer here. But they're telling you that you're meant to enjoy your life, you're meant to have both. And again, I feel like you're the High Priestess. I feel like you know exactly, like your intuition is on point. And I feel like once you're able to really incorporate all the aspects of you, which is this other side, I feel like this is kind of like that other side of you too. Like there's like two sides to you, right? And you've kind of put one away in the closet, right? And you're like you're on this end, and you've kind of gone more confident on this side, and they want you to kind of reincorporate this, right? And they're like, once you're able to reincorporate that, I feel like you're gonna have the heaven and earth. I feel like you're gonna have that love that you're like desiring, those friends that you're desiring, those people that you desire, everything that you desire in this life, you're gonna have it. And again, it's like it comes from like this, right? Like they're giving you this message right now. It's like embrace that other side of you, right? Embrace, there's nothing wrong with that other side of you, right? You're meant to enjoy life. You're meant to like, if it has to do with sex, it's like they enjoy sex. If it has to do with relationships, enjoy relationships. Like enjoy life to the fullest the way I feel like you know how to do it. I just feel like you're afraid. And I understand that because again, you've been in hermit mode for a really long time. And I feel like once you're able to incorporate both sides of yourself, right? There's like this nerdy, it's basically like a nerdy side and like another side to you, right? It's like this hermit side and then this wand side, right? And you're learning that like you have to incorporate both. So I feel like here is a shaman, right? Or shaman. And then there's people here in the outside. And the Three of Coins is about collaboration. So I feel like people are going to like be attracted to you even more when you're like fully in your energy. And do you see how they're like outside? Like they're like a hermit. I mean, they're like a High Priestess, but they're outside, right? And I feel like that's what they want you to do, right? With this wheel. It's like they're so happy. It's like you've come to the completion of the spiritual, not a completion, we're never done like with the spiritual journey, but for right now, you're done with this hermit mode. Like get out of hermit mode. I know that you're like comfortable in it, but they want you to go back to the 3D. Again, I know it's like uncomfortable. I know it's like for what, but I feel like there's a lot of experiences on this like plane that you're meant to be having right now, and that has a lot to do with love. And I feel like you're not gonna find this lover like inside. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find that person that you want inside. And I feel like there's this side of you that loves to have so much, like you know, like you love to have fun, and there's like this wild side to you, Virgo, and I feel like they want you to embrace that side of you. There's nothing wrong with that side of you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe in the past they got you into trouble and that's why you're like fearful of it. But I feel like now you know how to like be a little bit more healthy with that side, and that's what's gonna lead to like this lovers. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what's going to lead to this heaven and earth. Like you're going to still be the high priestess, but you're going to be able to be more balanced, right? Because you're going to have embraced this side of you. So yeah, Virgo, I really love this reading. Let's pull some divine feminines. So you guys got Jobii, the saint of true freedom. Love is what sets me free, and I'm married to my own soul. Yeah, this card is so beautiful, guys. Like, oh my God. I just feel like they want you to really, there's a lot of red, I feel. And I feel like it could be with the root chakra, but I feel like it has a lot to do with this wand, to be honest, and like love and passion. And I feel like she is the saint of true freedom, right? And they want you to be free, basically, right? I feel like now that you've like embraced this other side of you, this other side of you is like suffering, and it's like they want you to have both of them being able to like express, like you can express both of them healthily, like in a healthy way, basically, right? Like you can be both that side of you and the other side of you, like they can work together. I know you feel like they don't go together, but they do. Right? And that's why I feel like that's what the true freedom is. The true freedom is knowing that like you can be this like really spiritual person, and then you can be this really like crazy, like wild sexual person. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have like this line dividing the two of them. It's like embracing all that you are and being free to be both those sides of you. And don't punish yourself. Like stop punishing yourself for that side of you, right? Like that side of you is important. This could be reversed, and a lot of you guys are like on this spectrum too much, right? Like you're too much in the wand energy, and you need to go more into like the spiritual aspect. I feel like that's not for many of you, but for some of you it could be that too. There's definitely like a balance that's needed though, and an embracing of like both sides of what you are, so that you can turn this wheel, right? And like finally like be with the person that I feel like you're meant to be. I feel like this is all leading up to like this very like big moment where everything kind of comes to you once you embrace both sides of yourself. So yeah, Virgo, I love this reading. I hope this resonates with you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.